we're gonna do VTS, which is visual thinking strategies. I'm gonna put an artwork on the board, an image on the board. I'm not gonna tell you anything about it. I'm gonna ask you to look at it. Usually I would ask you for a minute. Right now I'm gonna ask you for 20 seconds just to take in visual information. So I want you just to observe what you can see in the artwork, and then we're gonna have a discussion about it. I want, when we start having our discussion, I want you to raise your hand, and if you, after I call on you and you speak, if you disagree with what the person in front of you said, you can just say, I disagree with Riley, I disagree with Walter, this is what I think. If you have a conflicting scenario in your mind, okay? All right, thank you. Okay, look up at the board, at the image for oops, wrong way. Go to the right arrow, maybe to the left then. There we go. Okay, 20 seconds on the clock. Get as much visual information as you can. No, you can sit. Okay, thank you for being so quiet and noticing all the things that you can notice in the artwork, and I'm ready to talk about what you see. Tell me, what do you see in this artwork? Giancarlo.
A bunch of trees.
A bunch of trees. Is this what you're interpreting as a bunch of trees right here? So Giancarlo is noticing that in the upper right-hand quadrant toward the back of the painting, toward the background, that there is a large copse of trees, or these shapes that he's interpreting as trees, correct? Okay, what more can we find?
That guy on the horse maybe getting chased by those people.
What, can you tell me about what people?
The lights over there.
Okay, this up here?
Yeah.
Okay, so a couple of things. Walter is noticing first that there is a horse and rider in the bottom left-hand corner. He notices, what do you see that makes you say that he's being chased?
Because he's wearing like all black and going really fast down the road.
Okay, so you're noticing that the horse, or the animal that he's on, is splayed out, which makes you feel like that he is in motion, and that he is running or being chased from a selection of people. You see these lights in here, and you're interpreting that as a group or some sort of people that are coming through the painting from the background and chasing him out. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what more can we find? Kinley?
Houses.
Houses. What do you see that makes you say houses?
There's buildings that look like people are inside of them.
Okay, so Kinley is noticing that there are some structures here in the foreground, and that there are figures in the doorways and in the windows that makes her think these are residences, like people live there. Okay? What more can we find?
The people inside the house.
Okay, here in this section. Okay, so Ryder is noticing that there are some figures here on the right-hand quadrant, and that these figures she's interpreting as people, and that they have, what did you say? You just said you were noticing the people in what?
And like outside the house.
Outside the house, okay? So again, you are agreeing that these are residences of some sort, and that you are seeing figures outside of the house also. Okay, what more can we find?
In that house right there, like in the far corner.
Here?
No, down.
Down? Here? Here?
That one. Yeah, there's a little girl peeking out of the window.
Okay, so Gracelyn is noticing that there's a figure here in the window on the second story of this large residence. She thinks that it's a little girl peeking out of the window. Okay? What more can we find? Giancarlo?
It's like a little small village.
Okay, so Giancarlo is you're looking at this as a whole, and what do you see that makes you say village?
There's not like many buildings, just like a couple.
Okay, so because of the number of buildings, residences, different types of structures, you're thinking that their grouping is making them into a small village or town. Okay, what more can we find?
There's a river.
A river. What do you see that makes you say river?
There's just like water down there.
Are you noticing here Okay, so Riley is noticing this blue strip that's kind of ribboning through the village, as we're calling it, and that she's considering that a river. And what do you see that makes you say river? When, like, because rivers typically move, or, okay, so she is seeing that there is some sort of movement that the artist has given to us by the paint strokes that makes her say that it's a river.
It was like a little church,
Okay, Kinley, what do you see that makes you say church?
like that big building.
This right here? Okay, so Kinley is interpreting this structure as a church. Big white structure with a spire on top, okay? What more can we find? Graceland.
There's by that chimney right there. There's two little girls running.
By the chimney here?
Yeah.
Okay, so in the foreground, Graceland is noticing this brick or stone structure and interpreting it as a chimney on top of a house. And she's noticing these two little figures and interpreting those as girls and that they are running. Okay, that is the observation part. Now I want you to tell me, what do you think is happening in this artwork? What do you think is happening? So take all of the observations that you've used, whether you agree with them or not, and tell me what you think is happening. Walter.
That guy committed a crime, and maybe those people are chasing after him, and people are noticing that he's running away, or he has a horse that is running away.
Okay, so what do you see that makes you say people are noticing?
That there's 8 people outside that are looking at the guy with the horse.
Okay, so you believe that the guy in the horse is on the run or is being chased, and that all of these people are coming out of their houses because they have been alerted in some way because of that.
Yeah.
Is that correct? What more can we find, or what else is happening? What more do you think is happening? And you can disagree. Giancarlo?
Something bad is about to happen.
Okay, what do you see that makes you think something bad's about to happen?
There's people outside and there's a horse running away.
Okay, so because of the positions of the people, because of that they're coming out of their houses, or they seem to be coming out of their houses, and there's this action with the horse happening and going out the left-hand side, it makes you think something bad is about to happen. Okay? What more can we find? Any other ideas? Okay. Thank you very much for participating in this visual thinking strategies. You guys did a great job. I really appreciated your observations and your interpretations of what was happening in this artwork. Great job.